This is the plaintiff, Gerald Dunlop. He says he brought his 2002 Ford Explorer to the defendant's car wash, and when it came out of the machine, it was damaged. When he complained, the defendant said he wasn't responsible because it looked like the piece that broke was glued on by aftermarket glue. Huh? He's suing for $548.86, the amount he's owed. This is the defendant, Pete Rooney. He says the irate plaintiff was swearing at his manager, causing a huge and embarrassing scene, claiming his car was damaged. Excuse me, but the panel that came off his car was stuck on with caulk-like material, and he's simply not responsible for loose moldings and has signs all over stating just that. Sorry, buddy, not this time. He's accused of being wishy-washy with a customer.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant's car wash damaged his Ford Explorer, but the defendant says the panel that fell off was ready to go. It's the case of Explorer annihilation.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Gerald Dunlap, you are suing Legends Car Wash and Detailing, represented here by Pete Rooney. You're the owner?
Yes.
Okay, for $548.86, the estimate that you have received in order to repair your car, or did you already repair it?
Yes.
Okay, that you have paid in order to repair your car that you say was damaged by the car wash. Tell me what happened.
I've been to this car wash several times, never had a problem. This time I came out, my car was damaged.
Okay, why don't you tell me a little more about it? What kind of car do you drive?
It's a 2002 Ford Explorer.
Okay, and how was it damaged?
A panel below the rear window of the hatch was ripped off.
How was it ripped off, do you know?
I have no idea how it came off.
When you noticed it, what did you do? Did somebody come to you with the other part, or how did you realize that that had happened?
When I asked the attendant there at the car wash what happened, he said, we're not responsible, and we've got the parts. So they had the parts in the back of the truck.
The part that had
Broken
snapped off somehow.
Yes.
All right, what kind of car wash is this?
It's a full-service car wash.
Does it touch, or is it touchless?
It does touch. It's done with cloth. It's brushless, but it's cloth, so it does touch, yes.
Okay.
But there are blowers at the end. that
But
blow
how
air.
do you, in your answer to the complaint, you do say repeatedly that a blower, but how do you know that it was a blower and not something else that touched it?
Well, I'm not. I personally, I wasn't there, but when things come off, the blower tends to do that. There's really nothing else that would hit it with any kind of impact like that. This is, the blowers dry the car, so I'm assuming it was a blower.
Okay, because a blower is far. You think that the blower is more powerful.
Well, I think that the molding is loose and had been put on before, because when we looked at it, it looks like there was caulk stuffed in there.
Did they call you into the car wash, or when you say you weren't there?
I have a manager.
Who's we? The manager looked at it.
My manager looked at it.
Is the manager here?
He is not here. He's working today.
Okay.
No, well,
Why do people keep doing this? Don't they watch people's court? How am I going to ask you questions about what the car looked like? You didn't even see
We're
it.
in the middle of pollen season right now, and if you know in the car wash, we're doing a ton of cars right now. I'm not having them leave. I'm confident in what I have here.
Wow, that's kind of cocky.
Well,
you didn't see
I don't
the
mean
car.
to be cocky.
Do you have pictures?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you have pictures?
Yes, I do.
Okay, let me see everybody's pictures, please.
I also actually have, because I did some research about this, there is a class action with Ford for this very problem. And there's websites dedicated to this very vehicle where that back paneling has been cracking off, because what happens is the water seeps in through the window, the rear hatch, and right there on that emblem. And I also submitted, there's tons of pictures of Fords all around the country with this very same problem. If I wash probably 40,000 cars a year, and if my equipment was just blasting stuff off, I'd be out of business.
So a defendant comes into court with proof of, Ford's having problems with these panels. Should that get the defendant off the hook?
He should have bought a Chevy.
Okay, maybe he should have bought a Chevy, but does it get him off the hook with a Ford?
I would say look into the history of the car wash and see if they have history of things falling off cars.
So this isn't good enough for you?
Well, it is, but maybe maybe this car wash is famous for
Oh,
things.
come on. Is the car wash off the hook?
I don't think it's off the hook.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, I don't think.
They're coming into court with proof that Ford's having problems, that they're falling off, man.
But I mean, they might have problems.
What kind of a judge are you?
No, but not out of the cars. They could.
Okay, we're going inside the courtroom.
Did anybody else complain on that day?
No. I maybe
Did you
have,
witness any other car coming out of there with a problem?
No,
in
Did you know
addition-
that there's
I'm
a
sorry.
class action lawsuit by Ford owners
No.
on this issue?
no.
Do you know what a class action is? General idea. It just
General
means
idea.
that the problem is so prolific that a lawyer's office somewhere
But I have
has
one more.
decided to file on behalf of every Ford owner. And if
That's-
a judge,
that's an actual-
hey, I'm talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Am I talking too loudly for you? And if a judge certifies the class and says, yes, this is such a prevalent problem that we're going to let you lawyers represent everybody because it would be too expensive for people to all bring their own lawsuits, then you are a member of that class, then you end up getting something in the mail. Has that ever happened to you where you've gotten like a class action, you get like 7 cents, the lawyers get 7 million, and basically you would have to opt out or you're in it. If you would only opt out if you wanted to file your own lawsuit.
This is
You
the,
may want to do. Did you ever receive anything on this? No.
Your
I
Honor,
got to tell. Can you stop talking?
I'm trying to give you the document.
okay,
It's a
and
little
I'm
document.
trying for you to stop
All
talking.
right, my bad. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you hear somebody talking, is it your turn to interject? The
Nope.
irony of this is that every picture that I am looking at, plus do you think you need to? Every picture I'm looking at has a crack in exactly the spot that yours was cracked in. And the basis of the lawsuit is the fact that thousands and thousands of complaints have come into Ford about this and they haven't declared a recall. And usually what happens when you get thousands and thousands of complaints is you make a recall, you send a notice to all the Ford owners and you say, come on in, we're gonna get it done right. And we're gonna replace this free of charge to you. And Ford hasn't done that. That's the basis of the class action lawsuit. So given that, had you known this, might you have not filed the lawsuit?
Probably.
I mean against him,
Of course.
right? Because this certainly creates massive doubt in my mind that it was the car wash's fault. I'm going to give you the class action information so that you can do what you wish against Ford Motor Company. Here it is. Good luck. Verdict for the defendant.
Both sides, hold on, please.
So apparently you have a class action defect in that car of yours. And what do you think of this ruling here and what you're going to do next?
I have to give it some more thoughts, speak to my attorney again, and I don't think they should wash Ford Explorers there anymore.
That's a good point. Maybe we'll ask him about that when he comes out. But are you going to file a small claims action against
I'm
Ford
not
to try to
sure
get
yet.
this money back?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay, but you're satisfied that it wasn't his fault at this point?
No,
You're not?
no.
All right, head around the corner this way. He doesn't seem convinced. He still thinks it's your fault.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Some people just, it's hard to, help them.
He just said maybe you shouldn't wash that brand or
yeah.
model car.
Come on. I mean, I can't, not wash every. I just actually found out about this class action by researching it myself.
Are you going to just keep washing this kind of car? If it
Yeah,
happens
but
again?
yeah, I'm going to keep washing cars.
Harvey?
Okay, two things, Kurt. First of all, brilliant on the defendant's part. And secondly, the plaintiff can now join the class action. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.